Happy 18th of August, collective. It's a 5. If you narrow all those numbers down, it's a 5. Is that Mercury? Mercury is got a finger of God right now to Saturn. And I drew the chart. Yes, on my watermark page. So this is little Mercury sitting up here in Virgo. And this finger of God, that dotted green line, is talking to Saturn right now. So I would assume that God or Spirit wants us to, it's highlighted for us. The way we think about the structures, the foundations, the rules, how we think about those. Do we judge people on how they follow the rules or if they're strictly following them? Because I feel like there's been a lot of breaking down little finite ways that people follow these rules, that somebody's better than somebody else if they follow them a certain way. And you know, sin is sin. Mistakes are mistakes. I would assume if they're habitually doing it, that should be examined. If they have a weakness for it and they change their ways, then that should be examined. The other finger of God is the Sun in Leo to Pluto in Capricorn. So definitely a finger of God highlighting the transformation. The transformation. Pluto sitting in Capricorn is how the structures were and how they need to transform. Okay, and that's what all collective has done during this whole accumulation of these statements of suffering. Like, that's what collective has been, are these statements of suffering. And we've all been a collective energy of sharing our own suffering. And how beautiful that's become to listen to those readings. Because nobody's suffering is greater, it's just that we have a greater connection to spirit through the suffering. And that's this transformation. You know, I feel like this Mercury talking to Saturn is almost like, why are we judging someone how they work? You know, they both work. Two people worked, right? Well, one was sat behind a computer, you know, and one ran their butt off all day. But because they were more, they had more, they sat behind a computer and they contributed more behind a computer than somebody that actually did like muscle work or machine work or hand work. You know, I feel like it's becoming that finite, that Virgo. You know how Virgos are so detail oriented that it can become critical. It's like, I think the bottom line is these two people both worked. we both have a contribution to this society, and it should not be lost in translation. The other finger of God in today's reading, this is for the 18th of August, Mountain Standard Time, 8 o'clock, is Neptune talking to the Sun. So Sun's talking to Pluto and to Neptune with these fingers of God. And so this is the illusion. And this one I pointed out the other day too. Like, let's just shine a light on this big illusion that's been created. A big one, yeah. Yeah. But the big pretty part is this blue triangle, because it's Grand Trine in Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. That's a big deal, that blue one. If you're born with that or you have that, that's the stamp. That'll be greater than any other thing resonating. That's going to be the stamp of that person or that day or that situation, is this transformation. Pluto talking to how you think about family, how you think about the clan. Transforming the clan and how they think. Yeah, so that's a pretty big deal. And then, of course, this red one, you know, the Sun, Saturn, and the clan trying to get it right. That red one is like, that's the friction right now. Is, you know, I don't really know how that's going to resolve itself, collective. You guys, we all have these family things going on, and it's just the laws of nature that are going to take over. You know, and sometimes that's all I could pray. Sometimes it's, you know, God, just make this bigger than me. Because I felt like, you know, we never had the luxury, collective. There was never any luxury for us to hold a grudge. Because we had to put a roof over our head. We had to put food in the fridge. We had to put gas in the car. We had kids to take care of. So there was never any luxury of like, I'll go around and just hold a grudge, give someone the silent treatment. There was no luxury for that. Like, you had to bend and be nice and be people pleasing, talk pretty, whatever you had to do to get through the situation, because you for so many years were forced into that environment. And you survived it. Now the shoe's on the other foot. These people don't know how to do that. I can't imagine them doing this any other way than holding a grudge and being more mean and trying to force their hand. I'm just saying. But, you know, somebody somewhere did a good job with you, collective. And that could be your very parents, okay? They did a good job with you. Because you walked like that for so long, you became very pleasing in the eyes of society. Because you endured. So give credit where credit's due. Although it's not been easy, for sure. Yeah, okay, so Marks of the Beast. I wanted to talk about this. Have you ever been in a situation with karmics or in an environment where they threw their voice? Or they said it under their breath? And you knew what they said. But they almost do it to see if you can catch it? Or do it so you can catch the energy of what they said? But then when you confront them on it, they deny it, of course. I didn't say that. But really listen for that, that under the, like, they'll throw their voice. And the only people that I've ever seen do that are karmics. You know, if I was talking to another collective person, they have no reason but to meet eye contact and say exactly what they're saying to you. But this karmic or this third voice will always throw their voice. Like, get that little dig in some way, shape, or form, and then when you call them on it, they deny it. I didn't say that. They lie right to you. I almost wish, collective, that you could be in a room with all the people, your ops, just around you, because it'd be more honorable. You know, there's been all these like energies that have gone behind and around you to offset you, but wouldn't it be nice to just have them all in one room and you in the middle? No, because that would mean they had to take accountability. And I don't think they could take it. They don't want to take accountability. But it's almost like it should come down to that. Like, honestly, to be honorable. Like, I know what you did. Why don't you just come in the room, join everybody else, and we'll talk about it. I don't know. So, in the days of the Crusades, like when the Church of England and Christianity was trying to fight for Jerusalem, and they fought the pagans. They fought all these people. Ooh, that's a lot of cards that wanted that one. They would take a sacrifice. These Christians would, or even maybe the pagans, would take a sacrifice to the Pope in exchange for their sins. So it was almost like, use this person to erase my sins so I have a license to keep sinning. Don't suspend my license for sinning, for doing wrong. I'll just use this sacrifice so that I can continue to walk my way. Wow. Yeah, I feel like that's been going on. Like, you know, that's how they're trying to connect with the ethers right now. Well, hey, we got you this sacrifice. You were supposed to take them, not me. It didn't work out that way. Alright, so the beginning of this reading is the devil. So I had this like vision. I thought, you know, what would it be like okay if I just like, remember the Wonder Years, that cute little show where in the 90s where, you know, Kevin Arnold, you know, and he had Winnie Cooper, and they were so sweet, and they were like in the 8th grade, and they were in love, and they would slow dance all awkwardly, you know, because it's 8th grade. I thought, wouldn't it be so cute to just pair your ops up, slow dancing like that, and walk them right to the enemy? Because they loved working together so much that you just you know, you want to tell Satan, here's your dance. You got your dance. You got it. They're all yours. And in a loving way, not in a hateful way. Because like I said, you've never had the luxury to hate or hold a grudge, period, collective. You were either too tired to hate or too concerned with your just existence to hold a grudge or to hate. So, but just in a loving way. You know, Satan wants a sacrifice. They're there. Pair them up and just lovingly waltz them back to Satan. You know, hey, you make do with this. I'm done. I'm done. I don't have anything to do with this, right? He'd probably love it because they'd probably be infiltrated with your energy. So he would just love on that. So something to think about, I guess. Crossing this devil energy is the Emperor, the bad boss. The boss that didn't get the sacrifice accomplished. But like I said, there's alternatives to that. Just send the ops back. Yeah, new assignment. Rewrite this assignment. It's all good. It's all good. Try something new, right? You know, try something new. In your subconscious is maybe some information coming forward. I mean, you can feel like a lot of things are shifting, and that there might be information coming towards you, collective. You know, you don't have a grudge or you don't have hate, so I don't know if it's just to let you know, like, this is what's going on, or... But the bottom line is you had to move on. You had to move forward. And I feel like a lot of you are just being really practical about it. Like, you know, day to day, like, just doing what you do normally, one step in front of the other. And it'd be nice to get this, but at the same time, the bottom line is the day the sun comes up, you know, the sun comes up again. And you have to respond again in your loving way. And I'm just grateful you all still have that you held on to that you're not jaded. Because you didn't have time to hate. You didn't have time to hold a grudge. It's really, really beautiful. Somebody somewhere did a good job with you. That's all I'm saying. So we have to give credit where credit's due. Probably spirit, but your environment created that as well. All those relationships that tested and tried you. In the forefront of your consciousness is your gift. I feel like it's not the ace, but this is definitely your gift. It's what you offer. It's what you offer to humanity. And it's probably what Satan wanted. He just wanted this, your energy. You held on to it, and they're perplexed by that. They're perplexed that you're not, you know, hating on people. I don't know. It was probably a blessing. I didn't have a laptop and I couldn't manipulate online things and do all that. I just was busy, you know, I was on my feet all day. If, you know, I did have computer skills, I know I wouldn't have abused some of the things that these people have done behind the scenes. I just think it's just not right. It's just not right. But I got on YouTube and I did this, so I'm so proud of myself. You're moving. Oh, yeah. There is a judgment for the hermit. There is a judgment. There is a judgment for the hermit. This might be your ops too. I'll clarify this to see if it's them in hermit mode. Maybe they don't want to leave their home or something. I don't know. We'll find out here. No, yeah, it's been a good week. I mean, my money's kind of turned around, so I'm feeling pretty good about things. So it's kind of a sad time of year for me because I have to take my girls back to their dad because I only get them for the summer. But I transition through it, and I give them enough self-love and self-care that they kind of carry that energy for a little bit until I can see them at Thanksgiving. Okay, so yeah, it's a message about the end of the cycle, and it's a loving message for this person. It's been in hermit mode. So whatever you've kept sacred, whether it be your energy or your home life or your closest friendships or relationships, there's good news coming toward that energy right now. You're moving from that to this. Transformation. You're like, oh great, show us the death card. Let's clarify it. It may not be a bad thing. It may be a good thing. The dream I had last night was about you collective going into a home through the window, like you had to climb up this hill and go through the window. It was just you going through the window, so I feel like whatever journey that you had to, or holy grail that you had to find, it was truly just for you, and it was truly something you had to do on your own. Yeah, and my dream is you just had to keep, that's how you, because they blocked you so bad, see, you couldn't use the front door. You couldn't just be normal. You had to go another route. And so I thought that was really symbolic, that you had no problem with it in the dream. It was just like, okay, you know, and so you just kept going up through the window. I think there were stairs, or maybe you just floated up there. I don't know. But whatever it was, you handled it. And in your dream, there was no stress in doing it. You were just like, this is what I gotta do. So you did it. No time for grudges, no time for hate, you know? Your soul is just so weary. You know what I mean? It's like, why would I muster up my little bit of energy? If I'm gonna muster up energy, I'm gonna manifest, right? I'm gonna manifest my dreams. I'm not gonna manifest hate and revenge and twisted knives and all that, because it's like, where would that take me, you know? So to clarify this death card, it's this 0. This is Pluto energy as well. New beginning. For the collaboration of theft. Yeah, that's good. That's good. A lot of you have been stolen from. I think what they took from you was all material, and yet you had so much spiritual that they didn't realize you'd still be okay with it, you know? I mean, as long as you still have your love, you still have that. If you're still able to smile and laugh, I mean, they can't take that soul. They can't take it. That's the beauty of you. That's the beauty. As long as you can still be kind to those around you, your pets, your kids, your people closest to you, then no loss. There was no loss at all. And you rebuild. And let me tell you, all the material things you can replace, but the heartbeats around you, you can never recreate those, especially as unique as they are. You know, I can never recreate that cat that I really liked, or that dog, or that child. They're so unique. Are you kidding me? And I think as humans we try to so bad because we're in such pain over loss, but the bottom line is you value it when you have it. You just, every second, every moment, you value it. So it's going to revisit, this theft is revisiting a past theft. So this may have been something that happened many moons ago. A past theft that was collaborated a long time ago. And how people see you, this is the pile that I like seriously had to grab, like, oh my god, see, I grabbed like 4 cards. But how people see you is, yeah, this is so kick-ass. This is awesome. So they see your strength, they see you working, they see you as a celebration of this patience energy. You know, I mean, if you have to be any other way, then just be sweet enough for yourself to stand, you know? I mean, for your environment to stand. You know, you don't want to be somebody, this black cloud going around. That's not going to make anybody thrilled. And that's just what you did. You just, you know, as sweet as you could be. That's so, it's just so blessed by spirit. Because that fire carried you. It carried you further than your heart. It really did. Hopes. Oh, no, this is, yeah, hopes and wishes. Okay, there's the guy in remorse. I want to clarify this. I don't think you hope to feel like this. So this might be from your ops. I don't know. I'm pretty sure, but let's take a look here. They're in remorse. I know they are. They really wanted you to remove yourself from the universe. But what was so beautiful is you found other stories similar to your own that also healed you. You know, just to get on here and listen to your readings was like, oh my God, everyone's going through this. I'm not alone. And that's what made it so awesome. It's like, I can do this, you know? So thank you guys, truly. My aha stopped. Alright, so we're clarifying the remorse. It's about your foundation and new beginning. Oh, they don't want to see this happen for you. They don't want to see this new beginning where you'll have choices. You'll have a lot of choices, collective. I feel like for the first time, maybe you'll get to pick like, oh, I don't have to live in a cardboard box. That'd be so nice. No, I'm kidding. I feel like you were just so grateful for your situation. Just so grateful that you had a place to lay down at night. Just so grateful that you could pay your bills and just get the essentials, that you were okay with it. And that's what the outside doesn't want you to feel. They don't want you to feel that. And then the outcome, oh, I love my ancestors. Thank you, I love you. Is this, it's eternity. It's this cup runneth over. It's just this eternal love. Because you know, at the end of the day, if your health is good and you can keep your energy up, you're fine. If you feel good, things are awesome. And you did that. You did that with your own will, your own spirit. So, yeah, I'm telling you, it's just a shift. It all has to do with that Grand Trine in Earth right now, transforming. Grand Trine in Earth. Pluto, Mercury in the clan, talking it out. How are we going to transform this? You know? What do we think about family? How does that affect, you know, us and our forward movement? And those fingers of God too, you know, being three like that, there's three of them, so that's kind of a big deal too. But there'll be no other time in eternity like this chart that I did. So whatever the planets decide or work out ancestor wise, I'm really excited to look into that. So have an awesome evening. I love you. I love you.